We just came off a great day. No repeat Thursday. Excellent week of practice. Guys are ready to play. Big home game for us. I know the fans are going to be electric. I know Southern Miss is going to come to play their best football. We'll focus on us. I think that we've had a good 2 weeks of preparation. We heard the news today that we're going to play Florida on November 19 at home, which is great news. I want to thank our administration, especially Joe Oliva, working very hard to fight for us to get that game, to play that game, and to give us a chance to reach the goals that we want to reach. But obviously, I did not talk to the team about it. They're going to hear about it, but our focus is Southern Miss. And we're going to continue our preparation. Tomorrow's going to be Focus Friday. And our goal is to play a great, great game on Saturday night to get better than we were last week and make improvement in a lot of areas.
So the team does not know, you did not address it with them?
I did not address it with them. I'm sure they're going to find out. My message to them was focus on the focus. You're going to hear a lot of things. Our focus is on Southern Miss. I thought it was the wrong time to tell them. 48 hours before game time, preparation, Southern Miss, and all I preach is one game at a time. This is game 2. I talked to them at the beginning of the season, beginning of the week. This is game 2. Our focus is strictly on Southern Miss, and we're going to keep it that way.
You talked about Santa, and no presence last week in this situation. Is it a feel of joy to have this game back on the schedule?
Yeah, well, I was happy, and I'm sure the team will be happy when they hear it. Yeah, they wanted to play. I'm not sure Florida wanted to play us. It's a great rivalry, and it's an advantage of us playing at home, and we're happy that we can play the game.
Ed, can you give us an update on Ricky Jefferson? And, his
Yeah, he broke his leg.
He'll be out for the rest of the year?
I don't know. And that, that's, they're working on some things, stuff like that, and he just got a leg whip and broke his leg yesterday, and was doing good for us. It's unfortunate. It wasn't in a live contact, obviously. It was in a third period, and he got a leg whip, and we wish him the best. He's gonna try to be back, I know that.
Coach, excuse the question about down the road. Are you concerned about how heated the LSU Florida game could be?
I like it. I mean, it's going to be fun. I think that's going to be an exciting night at Tiger Stadium. I know our fans are going to be looking forward. Our players are going to be looking forward. They're going to. There's a lot of stuff that's been said back and forth, so it just puts the rivalry a little bit higher. And, when it comes to that point, I think that we're going to enjoy the competition and enjoy that night.
As a competitor, do you enjoy the fact that you didn't waste that game prep and all that film study, that you can implement the game plan, those things?
Yeah, what happens. Obviously, we're about to go back and look at that preparation when game time comes and make some tweaks. And it's down the road a little bit. You maybe be playing with a couple of different players through injuries and stuff like that. You never know. Your game plan may change. You may be doing different things on offense that you want. I doubt we're going to do different things on defense. It all depends what's happening.
Talk about Southern Miss and just the game this weekend. Do you like where your team's at and kind of the attitude and the intensity that we talked about, the momentum?
It's been great. It's been awesome. They've been fantastic. And obviously, there's going to come a game where, we're on 2 Saturdays night. We want to be on for 60 minutes. There's going to come a game where we have to fight through adversity. Things are going to happen, and that's where you build a football team. Hopefully it's not Saturday night, but I'm prepared that any Saturday night that happens, that we can fight through adversity and win the game.
Ed, when did you find out about the Florida game? Were you on the field?
No, I found out today about maybe about 4 o'clock, 3:45.
Just before practice?
Before practice.
Okay.
And my first thought was to tell the team, and then it would ruin all the things about focusing on Southern Miss, so they're gonna hear about it.
You mentioned last night Corey Thompson not ready to play.
Yeah.
How close is he, you think?
I don't know. I just saw him and he's a little sore. He's trying. He's trying. I mean, he's not going to play this week, obviously. And I don't know if he's going to be ready for next week, but he's attempting to practice and he's a little sore.
When this conversation all started happening last Thursday about what you guys were going to do and playing on the 19th, having 3 games in 13 days was an issue. You guys are still going to have to do that, even if it's not all 3 on the road. How big is that going to be an issue as far as preparation?
Well, we're not going to make it an issue. It's the task we're going to have at hand, and we're going to face that task when we get there, one day at a time. That's far away. There's a lot of things that can happen between then, and we got a couple of good teams to play for them.
Do you feel like it's a win that you got to keep the home game and the open date?
I think it's great, especially having the open date before Alabama and having to getting to play Florida at home. I believe it's a win. I want to thank our administration, Joe Oliva. I know he worked very hard in keeping that open date and have that home game here. So he did a tremendous job.
Coach, I know you say college football is wild and crazy, but you reflect back on the last 2 months, everything that's happened. I mean, how do you reflect on it?
Yeah,
Tell me.
well, try to deal with it, try not to stay in the day and focus in on our team getting better and not worried about the perimeter and all the stuff that's going on. Keep blinders in. I tell our team, you see a little, you see a lot. That's where we're at right now.
Are you happy this distraction, they won't be wondering, okay, when are we playing Florida? That's out of the way.
I don't know that. I can't speak to that. I think they're gonna be happy that we're playing the game. I think a cloud has been lifted, obviously, that we are playing the game. There's some closure to it, and now we can move on.
Coach, what do you, with Ricky out, Dwayne Thomas and John Battle, what do you like about those guys, if they're gonna play more?
Well, there was a point that we discussed John Battle starting. Him and Ricky were tight, and so now it's John Battle's turn. We think that John is a smart young man. He's able to come in there and play. Although we're gonna miss Ricky, I don't think we're gonna skip a beat. And John, I think John's play is gonna be very good.
The pass-happy offense that you'll face, does it make it that much more daunting, or is this something?
You gotta deal with it. I mean, it's what it is. You gotta deal with it. We're prepared for that. David's done a good job. We're gonna deal with it. We'll be fine.
The O-line, you expect to start posting at right tackle and Don?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try that combination. In fact, I know we are. But, depending on injuries, depending on what happens, Posey can always go back to tackle. It all depends when Clapp comes back and stuff like that. But we're gonna do that. If it doesn't work, we can always go back the other way. We have several options, but we are gonna start that way.
You'll have former players walk down the hill with the team?
Yes,
again?
yeah, they love it. I can't wait to see them either. They'll love it. It'll be a great day, celebrating the life of Mike the Tiger, obviously, being at home, former players being there, and not having played in 2 weeks. It should be pretty electric on Saturday night.
Derek handles all that as far as contacting the.
Say it again.
Derek Panamsky handles all
Derek
that?
and Sharon Rose. Sharon Rose does a good job. She's in charge of all alumni, and Derek does that, and everybody within the office. And they want to come. They want to be around the team.
What about, you hinted at Mike the Tiger something last night. You want to break some news right now?
Yeah, I think we put the decal back the helmet. I haven't seen the decal yet. To honor him. I think there'll be a couple of things. I don't know what the university's doing, but on our part, we'll put a decal and back the helmet to honor Mike the Tiger.
I heard you on the radio show. You remember the history of him. Could you elaborate on it a little bit?
Well, growing up, you see him in the trailer, Mike the Tiger. I don't know what they did to make him roar like that, but he sure did roar. And I remember in Miami, I came here in 1988, and we played good that night, but I just remember coming out where the visitors ran through and it started roaring. It's just seeing the fear in our guys' eyes. I didn't see those guys from Miami scared about much. They were scared about that Tiger, didn't they?
44-3, they weren't scared too much.
They were scared. It didn't last long. It might have woke them up. I don't know.